Okay, so let's look at the competition and how we can find out what is high competition, low competition. We can see here the monthly searches, so let's organise this on the amount of searches. So we'll press data, sort, make sure it's global monthly, and press descending, so the highest number of searches first. So these are going to be really competitive at the top. We want to find one what has got medium amount of competition or low amount of competition for a medium to high amount of traffic. Now the rules that I'm going to set, I'm going to show you how to do this in a second. We want to have something that has more than 3,000 searches per month. Okay, I'll probably stretch to going as low as 500 searches, but ideally something that's got more than 3,000 searches a month, so ideally more than 100 searches a day. So that's a fairly, I would say, reasonable traffic volume. Now competition, you want it less than 20,000 or 20k competing sites. So the way we're going to do that, I'm going to show you the first one, so how to eliminate anything with less than 3,000 searches. We'll do it as 500 today, just to have that as a minimum. So let's have 500 as a minimum. Okay, so anything less than 500 searches we want to delete. So right click this, delete. Okay, so now we've got all the results there are quite high in terms of search volumes, yeah, because it's all more than 500 searches per month for these particular keywords. So for red PS3 it gets 368,000 searches a month. For the next part, we need to discover which keyword phrases have the lowest competition, or which has low competition. So we're going to put in this box competition, and we're going to put and we're going to put in there okay. So which ones are okay? I'm going to put an X in. And what I mean by that is, let's start at the bottom. So to find out how many, you need to do this for all of these, by the way. Let's find out how many these have. So PS3 repair center, I'm going to copy that. Can either right click, press copy, or press Control C. I'm going to go to Google. Let's go to google.com. We're going to paste that in Google. Now this is the search that most people will do. You're going to see there's 15 million results for that phrase. Now to find out how many results there are for that particular phrase in that particular order with that particular characters, you need to put it in quotation marks. So you need to keep hold of Shift and press number 2, it'll be on most keyboards, put them in the quotation marks. Now you'll notice it's gone from the couple of million to 331,000. Still a lot of results, but you can see this is how many competing sites there is for this particular phrase. So let's go back to the Excel sheet and put in 330,000 roughly. So that's no good. That's PS3 stands. I know that's nothing to do with what would do with the product that we're selling, but we'll do that anyway. So that's 23,000. So sell broken PS3, again you copy that one, go back over to Google, type it, make sure again it's between the quotation marks. Now this one's come up as 8,700. So I can see what you're doing here. So when you'd get one that comes up as less than 20,000, I would put an X there, yeah, just so it can mark that one could be a potential keyword. Now what I would suggest, if you've got a lot of keywords like I have, like I've got over 380 keywords, go through and delete every single one that is not relevant. Okay, you can do this before or after. So selling a broken PS3 is not really anything to do with our product, that is PS3, fixing the PS3 and fixing the lights. But then again, people might be looking to sell the PS3 because it has broken lights. So if imagine that we write an article called sell broken PS3. All in the article we embed the keyword sell broken PS3 and convince people that, well, not convince them, but just give people the information that they don't have to sell the PS3 if it's broken. Some people might be wanting to sell it because they want to sell it. Some people might be trying to sell it because it's broken and that they don't really realise that they can fix it. Okay, so we're going to point them towards that guide, maybe using this keyword. So what I'm going to do now is suggest that you go through every single one of these, every single one, and find out how much competition there is. I know it's a long, tedious process, but you will come across a gold mine that, you know, that really has a lot of traffic and hardly any competition. I've done one the other day. It was, I can't remember what it was on now, but it come up with over 5,000 monthly searches with only 4 competing sites. So 5,000 searches per month for this particular phrase, and there was only 4 websites out there with this phrase competing for that phrase. Now I wrote that article, I'd be dead easily be able to come first on Google for that phrase. Now this is what I'm going to be showing you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the video for now, and I'm going to go through and actually pick out all these phrases, see how much competition we have for them all. Obviously you don't want to watch me do that, so I'm going to do that, pause the video, and I'll pick it back up with you in a minute. Okay, just to give you a quick update, I'm partway through going through my list, and what I decided to do, because there were so many results, is go through and delete anything that wasn't to do with what I'm selling, because there was a lot coming up in the keyword results that wasn't specific. So anything that wasn't to do with fixing a yellow light or a red light, or generally fixing the PS3. So for example, fixing PS3 was fine, PS3 troubleshooting's fine, but then when we get further up here, like Pro Evolution Soccer, cheap PS3 games, that's nothing to do with the repairs. Xbox repairs, don't know why that's got in there. You can, on the Google keyword search, make it specific, so you can only search for terms with PS3 in. So only certain terms. I didn't want to rule that out. I'd rather go through it manually than let the keyword tool do it for me. So there. This next one, fix YLOD. So yellow light of death. Nothing to do with PS3, but yellow light of death is to do with the PS3. Because if we look back, fix YLOD, yellow light of death it stands for. So that's why if I'd have put in the keyword tool only include items to do with PS3, it wouldn't have come up with that, and that might be a really good key term. It might be rubbish, but we never know until we do it. So I'm just going through deleting all the rubbish. So I'm just going to pause the video again, and I'm just going to carry on. Just wanted to let you know that as well.